Please be seated. I'm reading again from Isaiah, this time chapter 40. Isaiah 40, beginning at verse 8. Do you not know? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary, and his understanding no one can fathom. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like angels. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. The word of the Lord. Over the weekend, some of us have been encountering God through God's names, through his names, led by Brian Woodgate. It's been a time of blessing, of learning, of just recognizing how overwhelming, how wonderful is our God. And we give thanks for that weekend. Only a few of us left who've been here, but it was a wonderful weekend. So to our reading, which really is linked. The reading we heard from Isaiah. The Israelites have the threat of being taken to Babylon, into captivity. That's hanging over them when Isaiah brings words from God into their circumstances, but also, I believe, into our lives, into our circumstances at the beginning of this year. There is promise here. There is encouragement here. Fulfillment of need and comfort and assurance. People then needed hope. Wouldn't you, if that was going to be your future? And don't you now need hope? They needed promises that he would sustain and protect them. An assurance is there for them. But again, I say, for us too. Is this especially an assurance to those who seek to be faithful, to stay close to God? For here is a form of teaching from and about God which should bring a shattering of doubts which we have, which should bring healing in wounded areas of our lives, of our souls, as we move into what we don't know. Because we don't know what 2018 is going to bring, do we? Or even the years after that. Here is a truth on which they and we can depend, because our God is faithful. And I think there are three special assurances here. God is aware of all that's happening to them, of all that they face and will face. We may think sometimes that we're forgotten or neglected. But no, God is aware. He is there. He cares. When the people of Israel and we, go through times of trial, turmoil, frustration of any kind, we need to know that God is there in it with us. He does share in our struggles. They need it to be reminded, and so do we. Our way is not hidden from God. We are not hidden from God. He knows all about us. So there's the first assurance. The second is He is able. It's 3 A's we're going through. We know, I hope, that nothing is impossible with God. Maybe sometimes we project our weaknesses, our weariness onto God. Maybe we get tired of whatever is happening to us, or wearied by it, and maybe feel, I'm going to quit. So mustn't he too? I've got 3 no's here. No, no, no. El Shaddai, able to satisfy and meet every need. He's all sufficient, and his bounty is never ending. He never fails. He never gets weary. The vastness and the depth of his power we can never comprehend or understand. He knows all things. He doesn't lack strength, but rather he supplies it to his people, those who turn to him. He gives power to the weak, or those who feel weak, those who feel defeated or feeble. So God is aware, he's able, he's also available. Available to each and every one of us. Ready and eager to renew our strength. We need and we must trust in him for this. So for the Israelites facing time in Babylon, for us moving into 2018, and it ever will be so, God is available. Remember the words at the beginning of the reading? Do you not know? Have you not heard? To receive these truths, wait on the Lord. And that waiting is not passive. When we do nothing, but it's not a time when we do nothing and expect him to do everything. It's not like something just dropping upon us willy-nilly. It is rather a sincere dependence and obedience to him and trust. Waiting on him is a synonym, isn't it, for having faith in him. Living as nearly as possible to him and to his ways. In times of in times of trial, leaning on his word and upon him, his promises, and we will receive his strength. The prophet says we will rise like eagles. Just picture that in your mind. You've all seen, if you haven't seen eagles, you've seen birds catching the currents in the air. We need to catch the current, which is God's care for us. We need to have devotion to him and not allow that to become blurred. Yes, we need to be determined to be close to him. Remember our poem? Go out into the darkness and put your hand in the hand of God. And Isaiah 40 saying similar things. 41, sorry. For I am the Lord your God who takes hold of your right hand and says to you, do not fear, I will help you. This may mean that we need to reorder things in our lives. Refocus at the beginning of this year. Make a New Year resolution. It's not too late. It's only the 4th. To make that resolution and to keep it. A quote which came at the weekend, which we heard, and the person who brought it to us is smiling at me, comes from C.S. Lewis. You can't go back and change the beginning, but can start where you are and change the ending. That is wonderful. And thank you, Judith, for finding it. Ephesians 6:10. Be strong in the Lord and his mighty power. Put on the full armour of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of the dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil. Therefore put on the full armour of God. Read Ephesians 6 to find that. And put your hand into the hand of God and walk with him. Amen. Lord, help us to reach out to you, to know the hope and the promise that you bring to us as we move into 2018. Help us to come to you, to seek your help. For you are aware of what we need, and you are available for us. Thank you, Lord, that we can place our trust in you. You will never let us down. Amen.